Well, it seems we're live.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Can you check to make sure everything looks right? Like the stream is like title's been updated.
Yeah. Once it loads. Ain't no rule says a dog can't play Shmups.
Indeed. Okay. So, welcome anyone who has stopped by, which don't seem like money, but oh well. Yes, today we are doing another episode of Ranking of Shmups. This one will be one of those special episodes. The theme of this one is what I titled "Ain't No Rule That Says a Dog Can't Rank Shmups," which is basically things that I thought of that technically might qualify as shmups, but aren't generally thought of as shmups, and probably aren't shmups, but oh well.
This is Shmup Anarcho, organization. There are no rules. Everything's a shmup.
Indeed. It's my list. So,
Do whatever the fuck he wants.
So, let's go ahead and just start with this. And I'm going to let the intro music play and see if you can figure out what it is.
I love this game. Quick question. How many dogs are in this stream? Are there any actual games that include dogs? Hell
Yes.
yeah.
So, this is Top Gun.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Sexy volleyball scenes, here we come.
Unfortunately, there are no sexy volleyball scenes in this game. The reason I consider this a shmup is that, well, if we think of like Space Harrier, well, obviously this is going to be a plane fighting game, but if you think of like Space Harrier, you're kind of flying forward, kind of dodging projectiles, which is kind of technically what you do in this.
It's a Harrier in the literal sense of the jet plane.
Yes, except it's a F-16 or F-14. I always get confused with planes. Go ahead.
It's a plane Harrier.
It's whatever this thing is.
It's a Tom Cruise Harrier.
We should murder it in the Tom Cruise line.
Training for the next mission.
Okay, so there are 4 missions, and most missions, except for this first one, are basically you have to take out some sort of like carrier or like ship or something. So
Alright.
in this one you're just taking down enemy planes. So really your missile power doesn't really matter. You kind of just want the easiest thing, because any ship or any other fighter jet will just require 1 missile.
Oh yeah, and you have to actually land.
We'll get to that.
Poor soul.
Okay, so
That featureless sky.
yes. So yep. So you have like a little gun and you can shoot at planes. Also, if you let a plane get into the box once, let's see, right here, you double click B and it will shoot a missile at it.
Neat.
Now that box is incredibly important for a reason we might see in a little bit once I get a plane that actually flies towards me.
Ah, you're gonna duel.
Kinda. Well, that'll kind of show up, I think, right about now. Yep, here we go. Okay, so you see that missile in those shots?
Yeah.
If those shots get like kind of fly at me and their sprite is in that box, if it's a shot, I'll take damage. If it's a missile, I die.
I see.
Either.
And you can shoot down missiles. You cannot shoot down enemy shots, though.
Collide the bullets.
Oh wow, this doesn't seem nowhere near as bad as I've heard it.
So that's yeah, that's kind of. Oh, and also this will occasionally happen, where an enemy will get behind you. You just kind of go back and forth. It's really easy to dodge. So that's a kind of a thing. This game kind of gets a bad rap. I mean, it's not a great game, but it's not as bad as a lot of people say.
I've mostly heard about the landing.
Yeah, and I have things to say about that once we get to it. The missiles can get kind of hard to dodge a little bit because their flight pattern's not exactly.
Seems fairly erratic, yeah.
Also, there is no music. Although there is, so I think the landing sequence is about to happen. I'm trying to think. Also, there is no pausing, just a little FYI. So there's technically two versions of this game.
All right.
There is this version, which is on the NES. There was also, so Nintendo had a thing where they would port port NES games to the arcade and call them the Versus series. So there's like Versus Super Mario Brothers, Versus Duck Hunt, Versus Hogan the Dolly, all that. There's Versus Top Gun of all things. And one thing it did was there. Okay, here we go. So the landing sequence is very notorious, namely because people think that it is impossible. That is absolutely not the case, because the thing is that this section is actually very easy if you look at the screen.
Oh. So your altitude's going down.
So you see at the bottom where it says alt 200 speed 288?
Just have to match those numbers.
Yes. You have to be within. It's actually so hitting B will make your altitude go, or your speed go down, but also your altitude. You can hit up or technically down in A because you're playing. And as long as you are within, I want to say like you have like, and as long as you have like the carrier in like the middle of your view, you're okay. Like, I think I've tried it where you get, if you get within, like, 50 of either, you should be good. Like,
Oh wow, that's remarkably generous.
yeah, it's actually surprisingly generous, but because no one looks at the screen, no one knows how to do that.
So it's a matter of just players being stupid and complaining, and
Pretty much.
nothing
I have
changed.
this weird belief that it was probably the angry video game nerd who.
There was some, I've definitely heard about that even before that got popular. So we have to destroy an enemy aircraft carrier. So now missile power actually makes sense. I'm just gonna go Wolf. Also, we got a change in scenery.
Ooh.
So now we are over water, which makes a kind of a big difference because we will now have enemy ships shooting at us.
I see.
Beep. Also, the planes have changed sprites. Oh, that was another thing about the Versus thing. So yeah, you see at the bottom that little health bar took some damage.
Yep.
So the arcade version, other than having like an actual track, like a music track, which we will actually, if providing I don't just bite it, we will actually hear in a little bit.
Ooh.
And also, the game's a lot harder. Also, I think it had the thing where if you put it, depending upon how many credits you put in, you actually get more lives.
I see. Pay to win.
Yep. And I think there is also an alternating two-player mode, but that. Yep. Also, there's some slight graphical differences, but yeah, nothing really major.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the movie tie-in, like video games, have like mostly died off.
Yes.
Yep.
Probably because the stigma of them not being good.
Yeah. Because they were still big on like the GameCube era, I feel. I
Well, I think
remember
they're still
seeing
being
ads for
made.
Ratatouille.
I think they're still being made, but since we're just so like into the actual games that we just kind of look over them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're desensitized to them.
Yeah.
And also, you don't exactly see those games covered in like articles and all that.
Yeah.
Again, we're so deep into the weeds of the industry that don't.
What we're saying is we're nerds. Okay, so
We're in the
Yes.
swamp.
So here's the music that So my fuel is about to run out.
Okay. So you need to get refueled.
So remember the landing minigame?
Yeah.
We get to do it again, kind of.
You're gonna have the jet. Yep. Okay. I know how this works.
This is really cool. Just as a
So this is the music that would be constantly playing. Speed up. Up. There we go. There we go. I want to say that there's something about timing-wise about doing it at certain times. Because because I'm not 100% certain on how that thing works. So there are actually 4 stages to this game. It's actually really short. So the thing is, there's the stage that's next, and then the last stage is actually kind of a boss rush. Well, not a boss rush, but like a area rush, because it just rehashes elements from the past couple stages.
Okay.
Like you have a pure air segment, you have an over sea, and I think the next area is like over the ground because you have to deal with tanks.
I can totally imagine this being like a fairly big thing back in.
It was one of those games that a lot of people like had it, but because I know I had this as a kid.
Yeah. You know, it'd be like,
It was just a notorious
cool
game because
movie tie-in.
Yeah, because a lot of people like, or from what I remember just back in the day of people talking about NES games, this was brought up a lot, and mostly about people not realizing how to do the landing segment.
Mm-hmm. My question is when they're gonna have the Top Gun Lego Dimensions packs.
Probably when the new movie comes out.
Quite possibly.
have fun with that.
I mean, they do already have Mission Impossible, so they'd have to have Tom Cruise a second time.
Did they say he's gonna be in the new one? All right.
I'm pretty sure.
I think he's gonna be like a trainer,
So
like
here's
an
the
instructor.
boss.
Ah,
Fun fact: referencing Top Gun at the actual facility that does all the military training gets you fined,
Huh.
or at least the staff. The staff cannot reference the movie at all. In fact, they actually changed the name of the program from Top Gun to whatever it is currently because of the movie.
So basically, we got this thing just shooting. Oh,
Missiles.
we just gotta shoot missiles at it. Oh, it dies.
Same though.
Go.
I have to admit, that's a pretty neat set piece.
Yeah.
To age.
Mm-hmm. I want to say that at some point I just tried to check to see, can you just not touch the controller? And then,
See what happens.
yeah, I don't think that works.
I believe it.
Also, I think I might
Big issue right now is speed. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might
You're
screwed up
coming in too
on-
hot. You're coming in too hot.
Okay.
Apply those air brakes. Okay, there you go. Left. Right.
Oops.
Just a wee bit too off.
So that's another thing, the thing that people don't like about that segment. If you lose that segment, you lose a life.
I mean, you did just crash into the ocean.
Yes, but yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna go play any other video game and die and not lose, and I'm gonna complain that I lost a life.
So I think if this is in fact over the ground, I think we have actually seen pretty much the entire game. Also, I completely forgot what the mission was for this. Yep.
That delicious sand color.
Yep. So I believe that the tanks that will fight, because you can use your normal gun to take down the ships.
Yeah.
I believe that the tanks require more hits in order to take down.
Tanks more powerful than ships, it's confirmed.
Up and
Are you-
towers.
Are you gonna play the whole game, or?
I was expecting to die by now.
Oh. Like, as you said, we've basically seen everything.
Oh, deep.
Ready.
Oh, they're okay. So they're not tanks. They're like SAM turrets.
Okay.
Oh, and there we go. So yep, that is Top Gun. Press start key, and there is no continues. So yeah,
Top Gun Anthem, copyright by
famous music.
1986 famous music.
So yeah, I mean that's Top Gun.
Yeah.
I'd say that it's not. It's okay.
It's interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't put it like too high, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm putting it. Let's see.
it's at least serviceable. Like, you can
Yeah.
play it.
I'm
Like,
thinking it's in the good or serviceable category, but I'm just trying to take a look. I would kind of say maybe above Tempest.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh no, it's no longer green.
I'm gonna have to adjust these later. But
Well, hey, you'll be able to remember.
Konami. Yes, 1987. I don't even know if I can count this as a soundtrack.
No.
Because you can barely hear it during the game.
No.
I mean, it's serviceable, and it's a good rendition of the Top Gun anthem, which was actually in the music that people don't realize because they think of another song when they think of Top Gun soundtrack.
Yeah.
think of a lot
I
of
mean,
songs,
it
but
doesn't really have music during the gameplay, you know?
yeah. Unless you're playing the arcade version, which doesn't.
Yes.
So, with that said, I think it's time to move on to the next game.
Alright. Hell yeah.
All right.
Mr. Libido.
So, this is a pretty popular game franchise, I'll go and say.
Ooh.
And I could play the arcade version of this, but that would require some weird setup, which I don't feel like dealing with, so I'm just going to play the version I'm used to.
So you're gonna have to turn your monitor upside down and submerge it in a bucket of water. Ah, Gauntlet.
Gauntlet.
This is Gauntlet.
Elf needs food badly. Or is that a different Gauntlet?
No, that is definitely this.
This Gauntlet.
Hey, we're actually in a franchise that I actually recognize for once.
So, my favorite thing with this particular piece of music,
Yeah.
is that it was actually used in a song by MC Chris. It's actually used in I think it's Robotrippin' is the name of the song.
Hello.
Hello. We're playing Gauntlet.
Yes.
Subtime.
Yep. Okay, let's go on and start. So the thing with this game was that it was known for being a game that you could play with 4 people. But obviously this is an NES game after all, so you can only play
Yes.
2. And then you have your 4 characters: your fighter, your elf, your wizard, and your Valkyrie. I always play as the Valkyrie. Colors don't really make a difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of walk around. There will be a bunch of enemies lying around or running around, which you can kill in 2 ways. You can either shoot them, which is safer, but is kind of harder to do because they take more damage. Or you can do this, just run into them. The thing with running into them is that, well, here's the thing. You look in the top left, you see that heart? You see that heart that the number is falling down? So your health is constantly falling.
Gross.
Might I remind you that this was an Atari arcade game.
Yeah.
So I shot this thing and I uncovered an exit. Let's just go ahead normal. So you pick up keys. For goblins. Get gold. Pick up more keys. I can't remember actually if the NES version lets you, if you're playing 2 players, play as the same class. But yeah. So the main thing with enemies in Gauntlet is that they all come from these spawners. Troy. So that little thing that I picked up was actually a potion which will let me do magic.
Neat.
Anyone can do magic, however, I think its effectiveness is determined by what class you play.
So wizard.
Wizard has the
Is the
weakest,
best.
obviously.
Yes. Also, here's food. So, in
Also-
this version of Gauntlet, there is, like, 5 hub worlds.
Alright.
Yeah. Also, one thing with this port is that you can't move and shoot at the same time. Also, you can only have 1 projectile at the same time, which is kind of annoying.
It means just get your bow and arrow right in the face of the enemy and, just smash that fire button.
Well, you do have some auto fires, so like I can just hold down the button.
Okay.
One thing I will say about the music is that the arcade version didn't have music, but this one does, and also it is completely randomized. Whoops, and I shot. So that's
You can
one of the-
shoot
you can
things
shoot.
and break them, yep.
Yes. So one of the more famous things that the arcade thing is known for is having its various voice samples, like Blue Wizard needs food badly.
Yep.
All that. Elf shot the food and all that. Obviously, they did not have that in this version.
Yeah.
Oop. Just exit. Yeah, so, yeah, this is pretty much the entire game.
Yeah.
It is incredibly basic, but was mainly known for, it's like, oh, you can play 4 people.
Except on this
And-
version.
Except in this version, which you can play 2 players simultaneous. Also, it's voice samples and the fact that it is stupid hard.
I believe it. I played the modern remake that Warner Brothers had.
So, yeah, there's that remake. This thing's actually been remade, I think, twice, you can consider a remake. Because there is Gauntlet 2, then there's a Gauntlet 4 on the Genesis. Also, that's...
What happened to Gauntlet 3?
I don't exactly know. Also, you can see I'm getting completely ripped apart.
It's just the Valve. It's first.
Oh, good try.
Red Valkyrie needs food badly.
Yeah.
But
I thought
three.
it was Purple Valkyrie.
So, that's another that thing that this added was the notion of you actually have some sort of experience points.
To level up.
Yep.
No, Lolo, I'm sorry, but this isn't Dark Legacy, which will forever be
Oh yeah,
the best
this-
Gauntlet game.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is probably one of the weakest Gauntlet games.
Fun fact, I have played a Dark Legacy machine twice, actually.
Yep,
Nice.
I've played.
Once was on a
Legends.
cruise ship, of all things.
That is also where I've played it. Because it's for some Gauntlet Dark Legacy and Gauntlet Legends are really good cruise ship games. I don't know why. I am about to bite it. Also, one thing that's kind of weird about this specific version is that this is technically an unlicensed game.
Oh.
As this is a Tengen developed game, I want to say there's a licensed version, but the version that I have is in their standard, like, black, we didn't talk to Nintendo about releasing this game cartridge.
Oh.
So yeah,
So they're like that Wisdom Tree Christian game developer.
kind in the same way, but a little bit more well done.
That's not hard.
Yeah. Also, we got a nice beep.
So you're gonna die, I assume, just because you run out of hearts because of
Yep.
time.
Yep. That was one of the many. That was the thing that Atari did a lot in their games.
Made it awful.
Yeah, it's major quarter munching. Gauntlet did it, Zybots did it, I think a couple of other their games did it.
Red Valkyrie needs food badly.
Which is great, except for here's the thing that we were going to find out shortly. There are no continues in this game.
Oh.
Then what's even the point?
Because I guess they wanted to be somewhat accurate.
Don't fucking
Yeah.
lie to me, Lola.
Yep, so that's it. That's Gauntlet on the NES. So where are we going to put this wonderful game?
Straight in the garbage.
Yeah, it's
see,
not
is-
good.
Is that worse than Space Invaders 95?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm thinking above Zaxxon.
Yeah.
Gauntlet, this was an Atari. NES, 1987. I think it was 1987. It's... There's no way that's a 1985 release.
No, probably not.
Okay.
I'm digging the goblin and bondage gear though.
Yeah.
Very
The Gimblin, you mean.
AD&D. Yeah,
Okay, I'm just gonna say 87.
that's my
pretty close.
next D&D character right there, honestly.
Also,
Goblin.
what about music?
I
mean, there's hardly
barely
any
noticed
music.
it.
Like, other than the theme song.
No, it is 85.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
that
Its
was a
release
launch.
was October of 85.
Jesus, that must have been launch. All right.
It apparently sold 7,800 cabinets. So, yeah.
Well, that's the arcade version. I was wondering about this version.
Oh, that version.
Is it
Which version is it?
NES?
Gauntlet NES. That is 88.
Oh, okay. All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. Soundtrack.
No.
I'll go ahead and say above Troubleshooter. Because it was used in an MC Chris song. Or one of the songs was. Specifically this one. I would go and play it, except for the fact that I don't want to get a copyright strike. Free NES. Okay. So, enough of that. So, we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. So we already played a playing game. Let's play another flight-ish simulator, but with the way that it kind of controls, it kind of has shmup elements.
A flight-ish
Alright.
simulator.
Yes,
You
you'll
kind of
see it once
vaguely
the
fly.
game. Hold on one sec.
So if you're bending the definition of what a shmup is, are you gonna play Murder, Death, Kill with its flying sections?
Also, by the way, when I show this video, do not spoil what it is if you know what it is.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let the take off the screen once the actual cinematic starts. Again, if you know what it is, don't spoil it until we find out definitely what this is. Oh. So yeah,
Things are seemingly normal on Earth.
oh. So yeah, poisonous chemspill are affecting insects.
Oh, finally, the environmentalist message we need in our video games.
Oh, God.
Shut up, Carnival. Let it play.
I'm not gonna say anything. I just recognize it now.
So-
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
What about now? It's time to rock with the biggity buck.
Yeah.
Biggity buck. Bum to the bum to the bum to the bum
This shitty ass rap.
to the bass. Bum to the bum to the bumper.
It's so good.
Oop.
To the bumper.
When did this come out?
Oh no! What?
Oh, that's me alt-tabbing.
Bump to the
I don't know.
bump to the bass, to the bass.
So, as we'll kind of see, there are kind of shmup elements. Oh, let me turn it down again. They kind of fly around and you gotta dodge stuff.
Pew pew.
Let's go ahead and start.
That looked like a texture bug.
Oh, no. Oh, can't save.
Only the finest. Oh, it's an N64 game.
Yes, it is an N64 game.
Oh no! What will we do without being able to save?
Okay, so let me... I tried playing this a little bit less... Okay, that's circle.
Oh god, this looks like it controls like ass.
Oh,
Right, that's right.
Sport game. Of
You're
course
on
it
a
does.
single stick.
1 sec. I need to turn off rewind.
I mean, it's an N64 game. Of course, it's single stick.
All right, so I think that makes me move. Okay, yeah, this makes me move faster. So I think I gotta pick up stuff. Oh. Bonus. So yeah, this kind of has shmuppy elements if I can figure out where any enemies are. Okay. Oh, there's the hole. Where? Are there just no enemies in the first stage?
I guess not.
Oh.
Unless it's some sort of texture bug.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. This game does have Rumble Pack support, which I am feeling right now.
Your bonus is going down, Lolo. Better hurry.
Good. Darn.
What is your objective?
I'm not quite sure. Is there a review? Which, okay. Okay.
You will eliminate all enemies. All enemies you can't find.
I'm on it, Chief. Once I find them. Where the... Did the game bug out?
I think
Probably.
it bugged out.
No pun
Just like a
intended?
game about bees, it bugged out. Hell yeah.
Maybe I have to... Okay, let's go over here.
Need to blow up the beehives like the...
Well, there's a thing here. Oh, it's a teleporter. Okay. So this was made by Argonaut, which, if you are not familiar with, if you're not familiar with Argonaut, they are the people who are actually developers of Star Fox.
I can definitely see it.
Fallen.
Also, a little game by the name of Croc.
Yep. So a few things. These scan lines are fucking terrible. Why are they on here?
Because I got a new weapon. Let me try.
Only I have brains to rule the garden. Buck
Okay, that got
Bumble.
rid of the scan lines, but okay, whatever.
Was that a thing in the emulator or the game?
That's an emulator thing. Also,
Also, this UI is fucking atrocious.
Yes.
yeah. Also, I'm controlling my D-pad is I'm choosing weapons with my motion.
Ugh,
What?
God.
God, this is
That
awful.
might be an emulator thing, because mapping an N64 controller to a non-N64 controller. Kill that enemy. That enemy is very dead. Bird gate open.
Still, this game seems like a trash fire.
It kind of is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it. Oh,
Oh no, enemies.
oh, and we have this not first person. First
Over
person.
the shoulder view.
Just like Resident Evil 4.
Hell yeah.
Also love that. Listen to that stock ass sound effect.
Love the crashing. Yeah, it's good.
Can we move on?
He hasn't even been in the first level yet.
uh,
He needs to beat the first level of Buck Bumble to
needs
say
to
that he
beat
beat the first
first
level
level.
of Buck Bumble. Yeah.
You just gotta beat it.
Yeah.
I need to
Beat
figure
it
out
good.
this damn game controls.
This
So
is
yeah.
awful.
Yeah, and also I'll just go ahead and say, even if I wasn't playing this absolutely terrible, everything I've heard about this game is completely garbage.
Yep. I mean, the only good thing is the rap soundtrack at the beginning.
Yes, and yes, that one song. Also, I've actually heard a good bit of the other soundtrack, and There is nothing. Oh, also I just noticed.
Do you
that
need to
there
blow
is
up the
a-
little yellow, like the big yellow things on the ground? Like are those big
Also,
bug
like
carriers?
this drum and bass track is really uninspired.
Oh,
Bug
Yeah, it
tanks.
is.
Done broke that big old booty.
oh, now.
You can do it, Buck Bumble. You bumbling fool.
Wow.
Big old
rude.
butt bubbler.
What?
I think its butt is immune to
There we go.
shoot the squishy bits. There we go.
Okay.
I think there was more in that other area before you go
I'll-
through
there's
the.
a- Oh, that just brings us back here, though.
Go back through the gate. Not the teleport, but like the little.
Little donut in the wall.
Yeah, and then turn right.
Up, yep. Oh, good.
Oh no.
Oh damn!
Fucked up. Mission failed.
Well, that was Buck Bumble.
Rip in piss.
Oh. Also, apparently, I cannot alt-tab of N64 games.
I vote we make this. We put this in the red category.
Yeah.
Just throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as Toffles it, but that's about it. Buck Bumble.
Buck Bumble.
Argonaut. For the N64, I believe 1997.
A good year.
Got it.
Like a fine wine.
Then, oh god, soundtrack. It has
Awful.
one good song.
Yeah. So maybe about. I mean,
I
that
want
means
those
it's better
pancakes.
than Biometal. Biometal has no good songs.
Just shitty
I beg to
ripoffs.
differ. Not N64, 1997. Okay.
Oh, that Jinro image is real good.
Okay, so let's go back.
Ah,
What?
Brody. The
What's
pizza.
good? Oh.
Okay, let's return to a game made by Atari. This one much better than Gauntlet.
I want that cake.
Oh,
It's a good cake.
this is Paperboy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. This
This
game
is-
has dogs in it, probably.
It does.
Hell yeah.
Specifically the Genesis version, because getting the arcade version to work with anything other than an actual stick is a damn nightmare. So why don't we just go ahead and start? Just normal Paperboy.
Yeah.
Carnival. Are you ready for the doggos?
Yes.
Up, down. Okay, so let's just start on Easy Street.
I have the picture for the hard way is two people on unicycles.
Also, okay, so basically the plot of Paperboy is to deliver papers. So the houses with the yellow thing are basically you need to deliver a paper into either their like the front door or into their mailbox more specifically, and not into their windows because that will make them unsubscribe.
Okay, but
Also,
what if you
there's
throw it at
examples.
people who aren't subscribed?
You get points for that. Also, let's
Yeah, the
Gotta hit
fuckers.
that man dancing. Zap.
whoops.
That one's on you, buddy.
Yeah, it is. I got the paper in, but at what cost? Also, die.
The hearse for when you die.
Yeah, like right there.
Excuse me. Welps.
Oh.
You dumb motherfucker! Hit the kid. Hit the kid.
Well, that was in the mailbox. Oh. See if I can nail it. Oh, damn.
What the fuck? You hit him.
Also, the only fortunate thing about the Genesis version is you can't hear the awesome Paperboy theme. Also, there's a drunk man.
Just kill him.
Just kind of want to stop a second so we can actually hear the music.
I can't really.
Let's go.
Don't forget you can throw your papers.
Yep.
That score is pathetic, just like you.
So. Yep. If you manage to deliver to every house, I do believe you actually gain a subscriber and an extra life. Oh, that's me. Oh. So yeah, you basically the goal of the game is try and survive a week, with every day becoming more hectic than the last. That's not.
Really?
They swore for that. Hell yeah.
Oh. Oh, you
Fucking ruin that kid.
I hit him, but at what cost?
At what cost?
Batman. Fuck, that hurts.
What did it? I got.
Why did you... That's a good dog. Why did you all...
He was a real loser.
Blah
Damn, this
blah
game
blah 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 blah
really-
blah 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 blah.
This game grills you down.
Kind of fucked.
All right, so let's do that again.
Don't play like ass.
Let's see. Shall we see a later difficulty?
Hell yeah, let's see the hard way.
All right, let's do the hard way. Okay, what is up?
Monday.
Oh Jesus, that's. Oh God! Whoops. I don't know if you heard that, but because I ran over the flower in order to get the paper, I lost that customer.
Oh,
What?
did you hit a landmine or something?
No, I hit the grate.
Oh.
Close enough. Not close enough. Get fucked! Holy shit. What even just happened?
There's a statue,
Murder.
man.
Fuck you, kid.
Someone laying goddamn bombs. Oh, well, I'm not getting those papers.
It's fine, you're
Oh,
close to full anyway.
nope.
You panicky fucko.
Oh. That was not the right way
What?
to go.
Why did you... Could you just not decide between left and right?
Apparently not.
Yeah, you lost 2 people, Lola.
Tuesday. Well, there, I lost another customer.
Oh my god! How do you fuck up so bad so quick?
Very easily, apparently.
I live a life of danger.
Just he's
That
really
kid is
bad at
dead.
this.
Rip in fucking piss.
Oh, I got really concerned for a second.
And I have a friend in the paper business. Right in the mailbox. Try that again and I'll bite you.
I think he said, try that again and I'll bite you.
Yes, he did.
Who said that?
The kid.
Oh,
Oh, whoops.
Oh my god!
Got it. Oh.
Why are you so adamant on losing all your fucking customers?
he's trying to torment us with how not to be a paperboy.
All right. Oh. Oh, I can rub.
Love. Or was that Loy?
It was Loy.
Loy.
All right, so that's
You'll never
Paperboy.
beat Rick that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent game.
Yeah. You just suck.
Yeah. So I'm actually thinking putting that above Black Hole. Or Block Hole. So just below Rekka.
Yeah, that seems
Yeah.
fair.
And there's a reason Paperboy's a classic.
Yep.
It seems well made. It's just, challenging.
It's just a dick.
Yeah. But that's what we want in our video games, right? Uncompromising difficulty.
Yes, what I want in my video games is dick.
And unfortunately we can barely hear the music over. Which is a shame because
that's
I think the
frustrating.
Paperboy is really good. So alright, so we've done 4 games, I think.
Yeah. Just check how many things have been displaced. Yeah, 4.
All right. So, you remember Nightmare?
Yes.
How we had a game where we kind of roamed around and shot swords? Or, shot swords and all sorts of things at people. And, like, Guardian Legend. It was like a big spanning world, but yet still a shmup.
Yeah.
So I got another game kind of like that kind of mixes the two games. And it's also by the same people who did Guardian Legend. This is Deadly Towers.
Ooh.
Oh no! Why would you do this?
Let's go ahead and this needs to be seen. Also, I think I need to turn that down a little bit.
Filner.
Also, keep in mind how long this thing is for what we're about to see.
So, is Prince Minor about to E-man it up?
No.
You'll see.
Rebound. Just like Dark Souls, destroying bells.
I mean, kinda. Okay, so that's
I've aged like 5 years watching this.
Alright, so let's get to the actual game. Although, actually, before we actually start, I'm actually going to go and turn back on rewinding.
Ooh.
Because there are things in this game that must be seen.
Mhm.
I will not be playing this for too long, but
That's fair.
enough to get. So, yeah, it's an isometric game. We control this guy. He shoots a sword like that. You can only shoot one at a time. Also, let me get hit by this. Okay, so you see my health at the top? Let's get hit by this blue ball. Look how much damage that did.
What
my
the
God.
fuck?
Welcome to Deadly Towers. Enjoy
Yeah.
your stay.
By the
They're
way,
very deadly towers.
also you see that little weird kind of pattern on that thing over there?
Yeah, why don't you go on it? Yep.
Yep, that's instant death. Here's your
Why?
password. Let's continue. Which, by the way, that's where you always continue.
Isn't all it continue does is save your items?
Pretty well, yeah, pretty much. And I think your health. So enemies get stun locked easily, but so also take a look how much let's see if I can get hit. It doesn't kill me. Look how far back you get knocked back if you get hit.
This game is.
I know
really
that
good.
I've seen someone play this, but I don't know who.
I know the Angry Video Game Nerd had a pretty big episode on it.
I know you played through all of it ages ago.
Yes.
I just wasn't there for it.
I
Yeah.
think it may have been.
Played through all of this?
Yeah.
My God.
Oh,
You played through a good chunk of it a second time, and I was there for that at least.
yeah. Yeah, because I was... Okay, by the way, here's this little mini-boss. If that's it. Also, by the way, guess what happens if I go back down?
Another draw. It's there again.
Yep.
Oh, and you take damage.
Yep. Let's
Good
see,
old
is it-
contact.
Let's see, is it right here? Yep. Okay, you saw that non-invisible thing?
Yeah.
So now I'm in a random dungeon. Well, not a random dungeon, but I'm in a dungeon. Do me a favor, Torpid, and look up on GameFAQs and look at any of the Labyrinth maps.
Okay. Give me 1 sec. Okay, let's see images. No, I guess it would have to be in a fact.
There should be. Last time I checked on GameFAQs. it
Oh,
was.
okay, I see the gifs. The gifs. What do you want to say?
Look at the Labyrinth map. Any of them.
So any of the dungeon maze maps?
Yes.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
Um.
I posted
Give me
that in images.
Yeah. I just. Yeah.
Y'all should look at that if you haven't
What
already.
the fuck?
So for those who can't, actually, you know what? Let me just do this. Open this link. Hopefully it'll let you. Well, get the image. Sure. OBS. Image. Up.
And mind you, there are 10 of these.
Yep. All that you have to touch, all that you basically touch, random object or random, like places where you have no chance of seeing it. Here's the map.
Seems reasonable.
That's for number 5 of 10.
Hatred.
Seems completely fucking reasonable. Red drink for 50 looters.
Yes.
How many looters do you got?
I have 88.
And once again, there are 10 of these you can end up in.
And the exit are completely nondescript, and there is no in-game map at all.
And I take it you don't know which one you're in until you start trying to figure out which one you're in.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
So I'll just go ahead and since I sure as hell don't want to go through this game again. Oh. Okay.
There.
So yeah, basically the plot of the game is that you're trying to go up to this area where there are 7 towers, which you fight a boss that is horribly. Let me get another picture. See if I can find Cold Killer.
Oh, I remember Cold Killer. Hell yeah.
The boss is Cold Killer, Beat Plant, Death. Or oh god, I don't think it's Death Wheel.
Boner Wheels.
I think the name of the enemies are in the GameFAQs like tower listings. I remember one of them just being Centipede. I believe this is Cold Killer in the process of being hit. Yep, right there. If I can find a picture of Beat Plant, that would be really good because some of these enemy designs are absolutely horrifying.
Is it supposed to be a Wendigo?
I don't know.
Wendigo Wild Wings.
Get out.
Not even my joke. It's
So,
Alex
and also,
Navarro's.
the last thing, I will go ahead and see or show what the final boss looks like, or one of the final bosses looks like, if I can find a thing that is not a photo bucket link. God damn it. Welcome to... No, photo bucket. I'm not going to disable my ad blocker. You're already making it... Anyway, yeah, this game's a train wreck. It's a very ambitious train wreck, but a train wreck nonetheless.
It's got a lot of lore.
So the company that made this, Lennar, their gameography is very odd because other games they made a game called Bird Week on the NES, which is a game where you play as a mama bird trying to find food. Oh, that game's abysmal. They made a baseball game in Japan that's based on the movie Major League, which has no reference no reference at all to the film. But they did do one game on the Super Nintendo that is called Gumpel Gunman's Proof, which surprisingly is really good. It is basically a Western Zelda game that, aside from some unfortunate scenes of not spousal abuse, but child abuse, is actually a really good game. So yeah.
Surprising.
That is Deadly Towers. Let's see, which of the bottom slots are we going to put that in? I think
it might be worse than Buck Bumble.
Yeah, not quite as bad as Topple Zip though.
Yeah.
Lennar. Yes, and I believe that was 1987. Because if I remember correctly, that was... Or no, it's 1986. Because if I remember correctly, this was actually very close to the launch of the NES. Because that was a thing that... There was an interview I read with something where one of the persons that worked at Broderbund, because that's who published it, was like, you know, for the time being, this game wasn't actually that bad because it was close to the launch of the NES. Yeah. So, then soundtrack. I'm going to go ahead and put the bottom slot. All right, so let's go ahead and do our last game of the evening. One that I'm actually kind of planning on beating, because I think people really need to see this game. And this is, as you'll hear in a sec, this is a Famicom Disk System game. Oh, wrong button. Set the disc card. This is Nazo no Murasame-jo, translated into The Riddle of Murasame Castle. It is a 1986 Nintendo game, and, well, imagine if Zelda, A Legend of Zelda was a bit more actiony and set in Edo-era Japan. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a file.
Okay.
They let you like save a file, but that is only mainly for saving high scores.
Okay. As
So-
opposed to saving.
Oh, also
like,
it does save your
progress?
progress. It does actually save your
Okay.
progress. This game is so the three options that gives you actually are let's see, once it actually saves. So the options are Namai Toroku, Namai Mosho, Namai Toroku being register name, name delete, and also how was it? It's essentially don't or continue without a name. So you can actually just play it straight through without a save if you want to. Go set the B side.
I've been through the castle with a ninja with no name.
Well, we are actually a samurai, and we do have a name.
Alright.
Going to Asamijo. So
Ah,
we are Takamaru, a name that you might be familiar with if you played the newest Smash Brothers. Because this guy has a assist trophy. So, see, you go around. You have unlimited shuriken up until the point where you actually pick up a sub weapon. So now I'll actually need use ammo.
You
So
fool.
one neat thing is that if an enemy gets too close, you can just slash. The best thing about that, you can do that to projectiles too, so you technically have a parry.
That looks like projectiles can follow you a bit.
A little bit. So you have two kind of sub-weapon two kind of sub-weapon. You have the normal shuriken, which you start with, goes middle down screen, not very powerful. So this shogi piece, this is actually a weapon power-up. So now, I shoot 3 times, or like shoot in a 3-way pattern. Here's a... Also, you can slash those little mid-bosses. Also, the best thing about... the reason I like to use fire is that it can actually shoot through projectiles. Also, one thing is on every screen, there will be an area you can walk over that will give you a power-up. So... Yeah, so one thing I've actually heard about this is actually this is a favorite game of one Hideki Kamiya.
Really?
Yeah. So I remember seeing a interview where he was said at like one point like, "Oh, I would really, if I had a chance, would like to remake this game."
I see where Bayonetta gets your moves from.
Yeah. So here at the end of the stage, we have a bonus stage. You can either get lives or one of them will have a thing which will force you to go to the next area. So the flow of the game is basically you start out, you can kind of see in the top right, that is kind of our progress through the game. There are 5 main castles that you have to go through.
Yeah.
Each castle has a kind of path to the castle and a actual castle stage.
Okay.
So these little samurai enemies are kind of weird because you can't hit them normally. You have to actually get close and then slash. So here's the thing.
Guard break.
So here's a prince or a princess. These are actually kind of gambles because let's walk up. Okay, so it was actually a princess. There are instances where it's not a princess and a very powerful enemy spawns from it that will chase you from room to room, so you can't just run away from it. So you see those enemies shooting fire? You can't
Yeah.
actually parry the fire,
Hmm.
which is kind of annoying.
I see, but with parry mechanics, no wonder Hideki Kamiya likes it.
Parry the lightning.
Yeah.
You can't parry the lightning.
What's even the
In his
point?
remake, you will.
Also, if you didn't notice, every princess you rescue is an extra life.
Honey,
Where is the hidden area? Or hidden thing? There it is. Okay, so I just picked up a thing that made, I think, my shots go faster. Alright, this should be the first boss. Pretty simple pattern.
Yeah. I was totally
Oh, God, it
expecting
makes
this
a
game
noise.
to be.
This is a Famicom Disk System game, so yeah, it does have some pretty Famicom Disky sound effects.
Yeah.
So all the dungeons, except for the last one, are based on colors. Last one being blue. These blinking ninjas are kind of a pain because when you hit them or kill them, they explode.
I see.
Okay, and I just got the same shogi piece.
ye olde kamikaze ninja.
So I just picked up blue shoes, which make you walk on water.
Oh damn.
Hell yeah.
So here's the
So
thing,
do you
dude.
lose all your power-ups when you die?
Yes,
Oh,
but only when you die, not when you get hit.
yeah.
Okay.
Also, for some reason, whenever you kill an enemy that is explosive, also here's a new kind of mid-boss that we didn't get to see because I killed it too fast. If you kill an enemy that's explosive on a screen that has mines, all the mines explode.
Oh
At
wow.
least the stationary ones. So I don't know if that's a glitch or not, but it is indeed a thing.
Sound like a gift horse in the mouth.
Yep, so,
Oh man, the four-way shot.
yep. Bet you one of these statues has a thing in it. Whoop. So I tend to... Okay, I could have gone it. So the thing I just picked up is actually a secondary weapon you can get. You see how I have a kind of a scroll next to all my gear? Or next in the HUD? That is actually your kind of technically ultimate weapon. There are two different ones you can get in the game. You can either make it so that you're invisible, not invincible, but technically you're also invincible during it. Or you can make it so that it's lightning. And you get a couple of charges with it, but, well, here. This is what it does. So you just go around, you're invisible, and you can shoot. And done. Back to freeware. Whoop.
Oh no.
Oh no, back to the three-way shot.
Yep. Also, I just got red, which I believe makes me run faster. Whoops. So here's a weird thing about the way that Mercy Invincibility works. As long as you don't touch anything, you're invincible.
That's actually really good.
Yeah. I was kind of expecting this game to be bullshit hard, but it seems
We haven't gotten it.
fairly fair. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, here's the... Damn.
Oh no.
Rip.
I can get...
Oh, good. So it doesn't.
Oh,
So it
oh,
just starts you at the screen that before you died.
yes. So that is one nice thing. There are no real checkpoints there. You just continue at the screen you're at. So. Oh. All right. Oh, and these guys are real pains.
Ah, his Naginata.
Oh. Well, actually, that might be useful.
That was real hard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you did it, dude.
Just wait until there's like a couple of them on screen.
Oh.
Oop. Okay, better than nothing. Oh. There we go.
Damn. 3 flying sickles. Or comma.
And there's a version of these things. Oop. Oh, so that is one thing. If you get lucky, you can just slash them, but it's really tricky to do.
Yeah.
Also, I'm getting really lucky with the princesses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there any way to restore hit points after you've lost them?
There's an item.
Okay.
Also, supposedly those little statue things are supposed to be like Tanuki statues.
They don't have big enough balls.
See, that's the power up I just got. Oh god!
So does the time limit ever get to a bit where it gets really tight?
Not really. I think I've had it run out of time once. But it's... Usually you die beforehand. So, let's see if I can find... Usually the hidden stuff is in... They like to put hidden stuff in corners. I'm dead.
Oh no.
Oh. So...
I think it's time for the lightning.
The lightning, I don't think actually hurts it. I think it's onto my
Damn.
games. Damn. My gambit did not pay off.
It saw through your plan.
Also, sometimes the hitboxes are kind of questionable.
I'm surprised you didn't use your ult, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I don't think I don't think it actually hurts bosses. If I remember correctly. Okay. I want to say you could get up and slash him, but that apparently was not the case.
Well, I mean, you
find
ran
out.
up against him.
Yeah.
It did actually seem to hurt it. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's another thing. I think actually between lives, boss damage actually stays.
Oh, neat.
Okay, now is when the game starts to not pull punches.
This is the part that Hideki Kamiya really likes.
Eh.
Fan of the white back.
Yeah, it's a neat looking background.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not good. It never really, yeah, because there can get instances where there are a lot of enemies. Oh. Oh, whoops. And also now it starts to loop. Or now it starts
good.
to now we have branching path. Oh, God damn it. Pick up an air, or pick up a health just to lose it. Me.
Well, now I just want Kamiya to remake this in as a platinum game.
Who owns the rights to this?
Nintendo.
Okay.
For the Switch, hell yeah.
I
there-
mean,
So there was actually a representative in that Nintendo Land thing that was on the Wii. There was a Takamaru like Ninja
Yeah.
Star game.
I remember playing that, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Fucking savage.
I want to be free of winter.
Oh,
Oh no.
yep.
Ripping pepperoni.
So here's what I'm going to continue. You just continue at the start of the stage that you're on, not the world. So if you're at the castle,
Okay.
you start the castle.
that's really forgiving and nice.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Shit. I take back the it being fair.
Also, not gonna lie, the game's a bit repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will say though that the final stage kind of changes things up a little bit. It also has really good music, but yeah, this is pretty much, or the first 4 stages are pretty much the entirety of the game. Just gets a little bit more difficult.
Ah, 0 does count.
Yep. But it does it for what it does. I do think it does it pretty good, and And if you, I mean, I think it's a pretty fun game, and you can actually, so they actually brought, if you own a 3DS, you can actually get this game on the eShop in the States.
Oh, neat.
So yeah. So, yeah. Let's get. Oh, also, I don't know if that's gonna work because I accidentally hit the disc switch button a few more times than I needed. So yeah, that is Nozzle no Murasama Show. It's pretty neat for what it tries to do, but it does get pretty difficult at times. I remember the 4th stage boss being a ginormous pain, which even with save states was kind of hard. So yeah, it's just gonna repeat this. So I'm saying, oh, let's see. I'm thinking it's at least above Guardian Legend. But where to put it? Is it fantastic or shows little sign of age, or is it good or at least serviceable?
Good or serviceable.
Yeah, I'm thinking it'd be top of the pack for that.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't aged gracefully, but it's all right.
No. Yeah.
Nintendo 1986. Then soundtrack. Actually, while
It was there, I guess.
actually, while I can do this technically, I've hit the right button. Whoop. So, not lightning. Okay. So, there's not that many more tracks in the game, but
Yeah.
here's the music that plays during the last, like, kind of going towards the castle stage.
It's really good, actually.
Reminds me of a cross between F-Zero and Zelda.
So this was, like, as a Nintendo game, this was a combination of Shigeru Miyamoto and Koji Kondo. So it's proper Nintendo.
Oh, wow.
So that's the only other music that I think would be worthy of hearing. Although, actually, here is actually the ending music for the game.
Really?
Yep.
Fucking really?
Yep, it is just Ode to Joy.
Ode to joy.
Yes,
Ode to Joy. Ode Joy.
Yeah.
Lol, you're tired. Go to bed.
Rolling down Ode with a shotgun.
Yeah, so let's see. I'm trying to think of where to place music. And I think it really and this probably just because I am kind of into the Famicom Disk System, I think it really makes good use of the sound chip. It might not have been really easy to pick up, but there was, like, say, if I just do just this kind of music. Actually, it might not be that easy to hear with this particular sound or this particular music file, but there's some nice accents with like this part. There's some nice use of the Famicom Disk System sound chip.
Neat.
So I'd say it's definitely good, but I don't know if I'd say great.
Yeah, it
Like other than the
becomes
like
brutal.
yeah, other than like the and like the ninth stage, I guess, theme, I would say everything else is kind of meh, especially like the
Yeah.
castle music. So I would take a look. I'd say maybe above Twinbee. That's in about the 8 range where it's like, okay, this music exists. Any objections?
Nope, seems fun to me.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that is pretty much it that I was planning on doing tonight. So have a good night, everyone. I'm planning on streaming tomorrow. More Zelda. So hopefully you'll come back for that.
Yep.
Yep. So have a good night, everyone.